Okay. First of all, namaste and tashdele to all of you. First, I will chant some prayers in Tibetan, okay? Sangye Shodan Soge Sonan La Changjo Pardon Dane Yason Dage Jinson Given Sonam Gen Dola Penje Sangen Dobra Sho Sangye Shodan Soge Sonam La Changjo Pardon Dane Yason Dage Jinson Given Sonam Gen Dola Penje Sangen Dobra Sho Sangye Shodan Soge Sonam Chanjo Bardon Dane Jason Chen Dagen Jason Jebe Sonam Jen Dola Penje Sanje Dobra Kangi Tuzi Nisone Tawa Tamje Pangbe Cher Tambe Chune Dunzebe Godam De La Cha Cha. Oh yeah. 这个会吧，今年不离，我们这给卡。So the topic is about the way out of suffering, mainly about Four Noble Truths. Firstly, let you know that my English is a little bit limited. I will try to improve. So that's I want to tell you. Wherever I go, firstly, I will ask 2 or 3 questions to you. What is life? What is life? That one is the first question. And then the second question is, what is purpose of life? I mean, what is the main goal of our life? Then that is the second question. Then third question is, how do we live happily in our day-to-day life? Third questions. Then the fourth question, how to find a happiness, happy life. So these 4 questions. So the first one is, what means life? What do you think? I think because better to discuss a little bit. What means life? I feel life, different explained in the Buddhist text, but my personal viewpoint, sometimes in simple way, I feel life is something like karma, drama, and dharma. Something like that, Because why? Drama, then karma, then dharma. Why I need to say in our life, drama, we know that in our life, so many things happen, a lot of challenges, emotionally, physically, a lot of challenges. This is kind of drama. Then, because of that, now karma will come. And because of a lot of things happen in our life, then finally we meet dharma now, like dharma, something like that. And sometimes I feel the life is something like a pain, pleasure, and memories. I feel like that. So now we have two main things within ourselves. That is this body, physical body, and mind. That this body is a representation of the form, and mind is something like a formless, that which cannot be seen. So like that. Between this physical body and mind, the breathing is connecting to each other. Because of that, then we are alive here. Life is like that. Ups and downs, going like that. So that the breath is connecting, connection, that breath is connection between body and mind, and that bring us to alive. So this is the life. And the life is not easy for everyone. Yeah, we all go through the very difficult situation, struggles, heartbreaks, disappointment, so many things, and very difficult times. Pain is always in our life. It's like that. But we have to know that means it is not meaningless. Of course, this life is very meaningful. Every painful moment carries a hidden message. Hidden message. So that kind of the message, sometimes it teaches us patience. Sometimes it teaches us to open our eyes to truth and reality. Through that way, then we can learn something. And sometimes, the pain or problem, whatever I called, suffering, whatever, sometimes it reminds us to check within ourselves what is happening in our life. So sometimes okay, because it teaches our understanding the reality of life, what is really matters, and where our strength is, lies. So the result of that, maybe a result of that may not come very instantly, but instantly, but slowly, it will help us to change our life. So anyway, sometimes through that way, through the experience, sometimes we become a wiser, kinder, nicer person. And so sometimes it's okay to face with the problem. Yes, need to face it, because we can learn so many things from it. And in the end, it is not just about learning something. Accepting is not just about accepting the difficulties, but it is about becoming someone new life. So like that. So that is the life. So now the other question, what is the main purpose of our life? What do you think? The main purpose of our life? Our life. What do you think?
To be happy.
Yeah, very good. To be happy. Same?
To be kind, happy.
Right. Okay. So yes, you're right. If I'm English teacher, A plus answer. Yes. The main purpose of our life, for me, I feel, looking for happiness. looking for happiness. Not only the happiness, if possible, looking for long-lasting happiness. Am I right? That is happiness. Yeah, I like that. Now, in this world, more than 8 billion human beings in this world, according to the AI or ChatGPT, Google, 8 billion human beings. Among the 8 billion human beings, we are one of them. And we all have feeling of I. From early morning to till we are going to bed, always we have feeling of I. And that I is looking for something special. That I is looking for something special, that is the happiness. Yes, happiness. If possible, without doing nothing, without any effort, try to get happiness, but that is impossible. Impossible, yeah. So anyway, like that. And there is one great scholar from Tibet, more than 300 years ago. And he mentioned in Tibetan like this, Sabu kangme dewe che do yuk, thongma mimi dewe che do yuk, dona jikden thamjen dewe che do yuk. But I don't know in English. Okay, the meaning is, the lake lays earthworms, earthworms, moving in search of happiness, moving. Sabukangmi dewe che do yuk. Thongma means insect, I mean ants. Thongma migmi dewe che do yuk. Eyeless ants moves in search of happiness. Dona jikten thamje dewe che do yuk. In short, whole world running into the, looking for peace and happiness. I think that is true. In our life, even like the all the insect, these days now these days winter time, so the insect, if they are in the cold place, they really want to move to the warm place. That means looking for happiness. And eyeless ants, the ants, you get it? Ants, the insect, they are going everywhere, moving everywhere. Maybe there's something they are not going everywhere without nothing. Maybe going to everywhere, something looking for. When they meet each other and just stay for 2-3 seconds and something like a talking here, the ants when they meet together. So anyway, they are moving here and there, and maybe they're looking for happiness. In short world, as I mentioned, whole world running here and there. If you go to the big city like Kathmandu here, the Tamil here, this area, everybody going here and there. I think they have their own purpose to go. Some maybe they're going to the shop, open, going to the hotel, going to the office to work, and moving here and there. Like even a big city like New York City, last year I was there. Everybody evening and morning going like maybe looking for happiness. Yes, whatever we do in our life, directly or indirectly, whatever we move from the body, speech, and mind, I think looking for happiness. Am I right? For example, right now, we are here together. Also, this is also looking for happiness. Maybe, yeah. And after 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe, let's say we are having a lunch. Also, that is looking for happiness. Because if not, we are going to eat a lunch, your stomach will complain to you, I'm hungry. There's a pain, there's a problem, that is the kind of the suffering. I don't want to suffer. I want to overcome the suffer of my stomach. So therefore, I want to eat a lunch, not only lunch, delicious lunch. Today is Nepali lunch. Nepali said. So whatever we do, looking for happiness, I think that is right. So, therefore, basically, fact of all sentient beings, such as including a tiny insect, I am instinctively and naturally want a happiness and overcome the problem. That is for everyone. No matter what kind of the religious faith, whether believer, non-believer, whether Westerner or Easterner, whether rich person or poor person, let's say whether old or young, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We all are same human beings. We are all same human beings as mentally and physically. Same. Sometimes I feel that this beautiful world, as I mentioned before, there's 8 billion human beings on this planet. And we are the big family on this planet. And this beautiful planet is our home for 8 billion human beings. Like that. And we all have that right to live happy life. And we all have right to, right to looking for the happiness. Same, right? Like that. So anyway, so we all have same goal up to achieve happiness for yourself. And we all have right to live happy life, successful life, good life. Through that way, to have the happy family, happy nation, happy nation, and finally, happy world. That means a peaceful world. That is, we really hope. Now these days, little bit there here and there's some problem. So that is our goal, to have a happy life. Even when we were the small, we went to school and we studied so many different kinds of the subject. And when we finished 10th grade, again we joined the university. And after finished, our graduation, then we are looking for job, good job. Then, when you get a job, why you're looking for a job? Because if I get a job, I will make money. If I make money, then I can use it. Then I really want to become happy. I really want to. My life should be a luxury life. And sometimes we buy a good house. We change our houses. Always we're changing our houses, buying the red car and selling the blue one, buying the 16 Pro Max and selling the 16 Pro Max and buying the 17, something like that, So this all, looking for your happiness. And we are trying to find our happiness in different way and from the different method. Like that. But still we are not so happy. Still we are not so happy. Why? Why? Do you have any answer? So what I'm trying to say is, anything that what we do is looking for happiness. Yes? Even right now, we are in 21st century. In this 21st century, very highly development of the external things, material things. And some of the rich person, very rich person, and those who are surrounded by good facility, actually no need to worry. But as a person, sometimes not so happy, I don't know why. Even myself, I travel some country overseas and I met some of the rich person. And the first moment when we met,
Looks like very nice talking. Then even we spend 1 hour and deep conversation, then real feeling will come up. I'm not so happy. There's a lot of stress, anxiety, so many things. So like that. Even surrounded by good facility, very rich, no need to worry. But as a person is a little bit not so happy, stress. So now I'm going to ask you a question. Why? You have any answer? Why?
Because the happiness comes from out inside.
Oh, very nice. Yes, you're right. And do you have any idea?
Because this happiness is momentarily changing.
Uh,
It's changing fast. You get the happiness, doesn't last long.
Very nice. Very nice. You're right. Do you have something to say?
It's temporary, so it will change, and then you have the fear to lose it.
Losing. And you have? के भनेछ?
I think people being ungrateful to what they already have, like the desire, the greed of something more.
Very nice. Very nice. I think no need to talk about Dharma already there. So you're right. Very good. Very good. Very nice. Yes. Even so, everything's there, but as a person, sometimes not so happy. For me, I feel that something is lacking in our life. I mean, something is missing in our life. And that is the due to lack of practice of the loving kindness and compassion or forgiveness, something like that. Lacking, missing the human good qualities of the loving kindness and compassion. And people think that everything will come from outside. Yes, we need to depend to outside. Of course, we need a house, we need everything, but everything is not from outside. At the same time, also we need to build positive emotions of loving kindness and compassion from inside. And I used to say, for ordinary person like us, also we need from outside good shelter, 50%, and 50% should practice from inside. The human value of good qualities of well-being, feeling of well-being. Otherwise, very difficult. I think from outside, we can get pleasures. Pleasure. But I feel we cannot get a real happiness from outside. There's a difference between pleasures and the happiness. For me, the pleasures, that is the, we have 5 senses. And the object of the 5 senses, we addicted the object of the 5 senses. And when we, for eyes, watch good movies, ears to listen good things, smell, smelling, especially when you, join a party, you're using a perfume, smelling. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. It's okay. Yes, nothing wrong. And especially eating good food and body pleasure or something. So we addicted, and we thought that whatever we get from that side, we feel this is we recognize as a real happiness. But reality, those are, I feel, not a real happiness. I can say pleasures. Or even I say happiness, not real happiness. Only I can say worldly pleasures. Am I right? Worldly pleasures. That means a poor quality of the pleasures. Because as you mentioned, it doesn't last long. It will disappear after some time. But in our day-to-day life, we recognize, we accept that is the real happiness. That's why all the peoples of the world walking here and there, moving here and there, doing everything to get that pleasures. Then if you cannot get that kind of the pleasure, object of the five sense, then sometime if you are desperate, then sometime cheating, lying, try to get that things. So it happens like that. But reality, just calm down, study, reflect, and meditate. Then you really realize that this is not real happiness. I think the real happiness should come from within your own mind. Within your own mind. So if you ask me the question, what is the real happiness? If those are not happiness, then what is the real happiness? The real happiness should come from our own mind. That is the peace of your mind. Peace of your mind. Positive state of your mind. Very important, very important. So if you have peace of mind, wherever you go, wherever you travel, whether you eat, during the eating, sleeping, walking, you remain calm and happy because your mind is happy. If your mind is happy, you are happy. If your mind is not happy, you are not happy. Even you are a very rich person, even you are very famous, even you are very high position, it doesn't matter. If your mind is not happy, then also that kind of thing is not happy. So it is very important to practice, to train your mind, exercise your mind. Through that way, we can shape our mind. If we can shape our mind, we can change our life. If we change our life, then wherever you go, you remain happy. Happy life, happy society, happy family. So that is very important. So the main practice of the Buddhism is three main things: study, reflect, and practice or meditation. So it is very important to learn about mind, then how it functioning, how it works. Very powerful. So this one I want to say something. For that, yes. Now I will start here. Otherwise, in our life, not easy. Ups and down, like a stock market. Ups and down, no guarantee. Right now, we have not real freedom. Usually we say, well, we want freedom. But if you want real happiness, then you should freedom from, you need to find a freedom. Now we have no freedom because in our deep mind, our mind, there is some negative, destructive mind, wandering mind, born with the wandering mind, mainly the negative emotion, such as, the anger, hatred, then attachment, greed, jealousy, and the ignorance. So actually the nature of our mind is very clear and clean, but at the moment, because that destructive mind covers our mind, so we are not free from those negative emotions. If you are free from those negative emotions, then you are real freedom. Like that. If you are free from anger, if you are free from attachment, if you are free from ignorance, then you are real freedom. Then there's a real hope, there's real peace is there. Otherwise, now we have no option. We have to follow after those negative emotions. That's why it happens. Yes, and in our life, we need two things. As I mentioned before, we have this physical body and mind. So therefore, we need two main things. We need a healthy body and healthy mind. But according to the Buddhist point of the view, this is not the main aim. From Buddhist point of the view, our main goal is to achieve enlightenment or nirvana. In Sanskrit, sometimes they call it moksha. That is our main goal to achieve. If we achieve enlightenment, nirvana, then there's a real peace. And enlightenment or nirvana is not something, it's not something like a country. Sometimes we feel that enlightenment or the nirvana is something like some other country, like continent. We book the ticket and try to go there. Not that way. I think the positive state of mind, happy state of the mind, that is the nirvana. So our main goal is achieved to there. If we achieve a nirvana, then we liberate from samsara. Do you know samsara? Yeah? Samsara, yes. Samsara is something like a jail, huge jail, prison. So since we are in samsara, we have no choice, no freedom, so we should liberate from samsara and reach the nirvana like that. So therefore, study is important, reflect important, and put in practice or meditation is important. So therefore, we have to remove the disturbing mind, or the ignorance from our mindset, because the root cause of the samsara, the root cause of the suffering is the ignorance. Ignorance is the boss of among those negative emotions. Ignorance is the boss, prime minister. And anger is the foreign minister. And the attachment is the home minister. So ignorance is the president. Something like that. I think true. Because like anger, the ignorance give a job to the anger and shouting and doing everything from outside. When we get angry, suddenly we get, very, very, a very powerful reaction, negative reaction, something like that. So like a foreign minister walking outside. And attachment is home minister because very clever. It looks like helping to us, but reality destroy everything. Slowly moving. And it seems to be helping to us, but reality not helping. Reality maybe destroying your own life. So home minister walking inside. So we need to remove those negative things. To remove that, we have to study. Even only study is not enough. We have to time, we have to reflect of the meaning of that. Then after knowing the real meaning of that, which is right, which is wrong, then when you found a real meaning of that, the test of the Dharma, then you need to put in practice. Otherwise, only getting knowledge, getting educated and a lot of information and not in action, not practice in action, then it looks like same as reading a newspaper and that's all. And you feel that Dharma is like a history, only history and story. Not that way. Dharma is not the history. It's a meaning, the way of life, the art of life. How to be happy. It teaches us how to be. Buddha taught us how to be a happy life. Like that. So therefore, Buddha himself said that, to make happy life, Buddha cannot give. Buddha cannot wash our sins, our negativities with his hand. He cannot wash our sins with their hand. Buddha cannot remove beings, our beings suffering by with the cannot wash the suffering by hands. And also, Buddha cannot transfer his wisdom or his knowledge or his power to others being, cannot transfer, cannot give. But what can he do? What can he do is just he can, I don't know how to say. He gave teachings, and you can learn, you can study about his teaching, then put it in action. Like that, then there is a real hope to remove our ignorance from our mindset. So I feel sometime, the Buddha is, so since Buddha, he is like a doctor, like a great teacher. He was a very great teacher. Not only great teacher, great thinker, compassionate teacher, compassionate doctor. So even, the more than 2,600 years back, he was like us and deluded mind. And slowly, he started putting in practice, and slowly now free of all kind of the suffering. So only he can share is he can share his message, he can share his teaching, he can share his personal feeling. So which one is right, which one is wrong? If you practice this one, if you go this path, you will get peace. If you go this path, you will get problems. So he teach us like that, but he cannot transfer. He cannot give his knowledge to us directly, and he cannot wash our sins by his hand, and he cannot, like that. So we need to walk by ourselves more hard, study, just like that. Okay, then through that way, learning, reflecting, and meditating, through that way, we can make our mind more like a brightness of wisdom and knowledge. Brightness of wisdom and knowledge and compassion. I think wisdom and compassion should go together. Very important. Last year, I was in overseas. I was in one university, and I noticed that in the university, the education level, the wisdom is very high, very nice, very good. That we need high wisdom. I mean, very, very good wisdom. But I feel something is a little bit missing there. That is the compassion. Because why? If compassion and wisdom is not going together, not practiced together, only wisdom cannot bring us real peace in our life. Sometimes that kind of the wisdom used in wrong way. I think you see in now, as I mentioned before, in 21st century, highly development, improvement of the technology, science. Yes, we need, because those development is by wisdom. But if you don't know how to use it, the wisdom, how to use those, then very, very, very danger. See these days, Oh. If you get up early morning, listen to radio, read the newspaper, or check the social media, lot of problems, individual level, family level, then what? National level, even right now, global level now, lot of problem. But once you have a compassion, loving kindness and compassion, that one is very precious for individual, for family, for national, and for worldwide, global level. Why it happens, why it happens problem in this world? because we have a lack of, how to say lack of, compassion. If you have full of compassion, love and compassion, there's no chance to fight to each other. No chance to help, something like that. So it is very important to wisdom and method should go together. Very important. If you have only wisdom, then something like a getting information. The Buddhism is not only getting information. Getting information, put in practice, then smile your face, haha. Like that. So, so now here, make our mind more brightness of wisdom and compassion. Then only we can eliminating the darkness of ignorance from our mindset. Then through that way, something like just lighting a lamp of the darkness room that can eliminate the darkness room. But looking for happiness without doing nothing, then doing without study and practice, it is same purpose that without arms and try to climb a Mount Everest. To climb a Mount Everest, you need 2 legs, 2 hands, and your effort. So in the same way, if you want to eliminate those negative emotions, something like ignorance, you want to remove from your mindset, then you need wisdom and compassion. So therefore, we are here today. Now time?
No.
Still we have? Okay, so therefore, okay. Then even Buddha himself, more than 2,600 years ago, he was born in Lumbini, border with India, Lumbini. He was born as a son of the king. At that time, his father was a great king, very and powerful king. He's a prince. Then, I think I don't need to tell this kind of the story. Those you are the new, not new, yeah? So no need to ask about Buddha. So what I'm trying to say is, he was born in India. Then later, his father really want him to become like him, great king, political leader. And his father don't want him to become a monk, spiritual life, because his son need to lead the ruler. So however, the king, he provided everything in the king palace and tried to not allowed to go outside. If he go outside, he can see some tragic things. He met unpleasant things. If he meets some unpleasant things, then he's changed his mind and will become a monk. So therefore, he kept him in the king palace so many years and provided everything so what he need. But however, one day, he really want to go outside. How to say in English? Like a curiosity? Something like go outside and see the world at that time. So one day, he opportunity to get permission from his father and went outside. And with one friend, I don't know how to say the horse rider, the charioteer, something like that. Then he encountered that one person who is a very weakness, very sick. When he saw that person, and he has now a lot of caution, who is that person? He asked this question to his friend. Yes, yeah. Once we were born in this samsara, sometimes we get sick, as I mentioned, ups and down. And second time, when he go outside, he see an old man, old age person who's walking with a stick, who need a stick. And again, same question, who's that person? And why he becomes so old? Yeah, so once we were born, if there's a beginning, there's an end. Our nature of the life is impermanent. So Every day we're changing, we're getting old age. Yes. And third time he went and he saw a dead body who's taking a cremation, something like that. As in Nepal and in India, when we died, our dead body taken to the cremate, burning. But in Tibet, not all the peoples are not burning. Sometimes they cut and giving to the big eagle, something mountain eagle, or they put in the water to give the fish. So anyway, the Buddha, saw those things, those tragedy, the harsh reality life of the samsara. That's why at the beginning I told you our life is like a drama. Then slowly, because of that experience, we face a lot of challenges, then try to look for happiness and try to look for dharma. That's what. That's why the karma, dharma, drama, something like that. Then now the young boy, Siddhartha, now he really, what is happening in our life? Why? And the friend, now he noticed that giving a birth, getting old, become sick, and finally die is part of suffering, part of problems in our life. And now he has a lot of question, curiosity in his mind. Is there possible to free up all this kind of the problem or not? Is there way out of, so today's our teaching is the way out of suffering. Is there way out of suffering or not? And now he really want to research, investigate about that life. Now he back to the king palace and remained to ask this kind of the question by himself. Why become a old age and die? Why? Then, this is hot water. If you have hot water, drink. So now, what happened to him? One day he really want to find this solution to free up those problems, and he really want to find a teacher. And one day, what happened? He left the king palace midnight. He left the king palace without knowing the family. That does not mean that he doesn't love to his own family. Of course, he loved his family. He left the king palace because he really want to help to his family and raise up all living beings. So he left king palace with one friend, the same friend, and with the one horse. Well, they arrived from long distance from king palace to one place. Then they stopped, and now he asked to his friend and horse, now you don't need to come with me. You can go back to the king palace. Even the horse is crying. Tears. Even the horse really want to go with him, but however he asked to his friend, you can go back to take a horse back to the king palace. And he left to thick jungle to find a teacher to ask this kind of the questions. And he met so many teachers. Yes, from those teachers he learned so many things. He learned meditation. There's a meditation about 9 stages. 9 stages. There's one thanga here. Yeah. So 9 stages. Since 8 is stage, since the reaching of the 8th stage, they learn from those things from those teachers. But he really don't he not satisfied. Whatever he asked question to those teachers, not getting a satisfied answer from them. So again, he traveled in thick jungle, and then finally try to study about his own mind. Then he noticed that, he discovered that whether you are happy or unhappy, whether you're okay or not okay, that mainly depends on your mind. It depends on your mind. I think everything mostly depends on your mind. So therefore, he really wants to study about mind. What means mind? As I mentioned earlier, everything is not from outside. Depends on your mind. So you say inside. Yeah. So he noticed that. And finally, he fully know that the real meaning of the mind, the real ultimate nature of the mind. What is the meaning of the mind? Definition of the mind. How does function? How it function, and how it works. So he understands the ultimate nature of the mind. And finally, then he remained seated under the Bodhi tree and meditate for 6 years without eating. I mean, that little, very little, very, and then meditate. Wisdom and compassion together. Meditate on wisdom. Through the wisdom and compassion, he researched on mind and meditate under the Bodhi tree. During the meditation, there's a lot of obstacle from the demons, from the soul spirit, but he don't care. All these demons and spirit also part of the living beings. And the Buddha really compassion for them. Not pity, okay? Pity and compassion also different. A real compassion. And now they all, then finally, age of the 35, they fully achieved enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, achieved enlightenment. The person who achieved enlightenment, that person is called Buddha. Buddha, fully awakened, free from all kinds of the suffering, and possessed the positive qualities of everything, such as loving kindness, compassion, everything. So now, since there, then Buddhas, then after achieving enlightenment, age of the 35, full moon day, he achieved fully enlightenment. Then after, he didn't teach, or he didn't share his teaching after some time. Even he tried to give a teaching or share his personal experience to others. The people don't trust, that people don't care and not believe whatever he's saying. So it is not time to give a teaching. It is not suitable time for all the living beings to give teaching. So he remained meditation for 49 days. Just little move. I mean, not in the same place, but they move a little bit far away. Not far, but near the main meditation place. Then remain meditate for 49 days. So after 49 days, now it is time that I need to travel. And he traveled from Bodh Gaya to Varanasi. You know Varanasi? And in Varanasi, and he met 5 disciples. With the 5 disciples, and 5 disciples requested him, now please can you give me a teaching? And his first teaching was 4 Noble Truths with 5 disciples. And today's my talk is a little bit about 4 Noble Truths and with the 5 disciples. So like that. So 5 disciples. But we are friend, not disciple. We are friend. So like that. So what I'm trying to say is that always we're talking about happiness, peace, but doing nothing. Happiness doesn't come from the sky. Peace doesn't come from the sky. We should create our own happiness. We should create our own peace of mind. Then there's a real hope. Even these days in around the world, so many great leaders, they're talking about happiness, peace, but doing wrong way. Because they don't have no wisdom and compassion, only looking for the short-sighted. Am I right? Short term, short benefit, shortcoming, not looking for the long terms widely. If you look for wide, we are same human beings. It's like that. So Buddha himself he worked very hard. Did you see the statue of the Buddha? Not this one, but there's another statue. The body is very thin, very, very thin. Do you see? That is during his meditation, doing a very hard work. Now I am not working hard. I'm sleeping very fat here. So I'm lazy monk. That is not good. So we should all work hard, study, reflect, and meditation. So like that. So do you have any question? Then we can move down. Yeah? Ask any question. Any kind of question, just discussion. Question. Do you have? No? Through the question answer, then make more clear. Even I talk all from my side, too much blah blah, you become so boring. 계속해야 왜? 먼저 discuss이라 나와서 이시는.
So you just mentioned that enlightenment is a state of mind. And there's no outside continent that you can looking for. With that, how do you explain the pure land of a certain Buddhas and Bodhisattvas? Is that also state of mind? Or
Yes. I think almost same. Same. I can say even enlightenment, pure land, nirvana is a state of mind, positive state of mind, happy state of mind. And when we talk about like a hell, down, lower realms, also a state of mind, negative state of mind. So everything is a mind. When you achieve enlightenment, your mind will become an omniscient mind, yeah, Namkin. So if you possessed omniscient mind, possessed, all the good qualities of the companion, possessed all the good qualities, such as compassion, love, everything possessed, and every negative emotion, every root of the suffering is eliminated when you achieve that. So that kind of the omniscient mind is the real positive state of the mind. Yes, I can say like that. And some people say when we talk about hell, it's something like very long, very, very far from here. It's not, I'm not scaring to you, okay? It's not far. If we do something bad, always bad things in this life, create a very heavy negativities, then if I die today, after 3 hours, 2 hours, almost there. So even sometimes, we feel that next life is so far. Not so far. Not far. Now, 11 o'clock. If I die after 1 hour, next life is always there. But tomorrow is more far than next life. No guarantee, but sometimes it's like that. So like that. Yes. Everywhere here. If we achieved enlightenment right now in this place, the enlightenment is here. No need to go there. Sometimes we point, where's Buddha? Where's enlightenment? We're pointing out, up. Up is the sky. There's no enlightenment. Empty space. Sometimes where is the hell? We are pointing down. Down is earth and water. Everything is a state of the mind. But if I explain in Buddhist more in detail, then there's lot of I need to explain. But now in simple way like that, simple way. And at the same time, also not enough to my English. So we can talk in the Tibetan in more detailed way. Yeah.
So can you experience also those kind of states? You can experience in this life, right? You can experience it whenever.
Experience this life?
There are these kind of states, so the different states during
This
your
life?
lifetime, yeah.
Yes, if you work hard, as I mentioned, study hard, reflect, and meditate. If you practice very hard, yes, there's a possible in this life.
Yeah, but I mean like different states of mind you experience all day, every
Yes.
day.
Yes.
During our lifetime, we have different kind of states, and all those realms we can experience as well, right?
Yes, yes.
Not
Yes.
in a different life, but also in this life.
Yes, yes. But like a enlightened man and nirvana is not easy.
No, I understand.
But yeah, but so many things experience in this life, yeah. Can you give me one example of the experience?
Now, for example, when you experience, I don't know, really like strong attachments or jealousy or anything.
Yes, yes.
It's a different state of mind than you have when, for example, at this moment. So it's also, it fluctuates, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we experience in this life. Later we can little bit talk about mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, about mind, what is the meaning of the mind, how it functions, different level of the mind, different kinds of the types of the mind, we can talk. Yeah, you're right, in this life, sometimes we get angry, sometimes we attached to some attached to some object, sometimes upset, morning happy, afternoon not happy, morning cool, afternoon warm, and again turn into the, so it thinks. So later we can talk a little bit about Four Noble Truths about in life. So many things happen. That's why I already told you, our life is sometimes full of drama.
Yeah.
Like that. Yes.
But is it, can you, when you have reached enlightenment, but until that time, is it not part of life?
Yeah, I can say part of life, nature of life. Since you are in the samsara, samsara, it happens. So many things. 8 types of suffering, 6 types of suffering, 3 types of suffering, 2 types of suffering. That is a negative and negative side. And positive side, also we are enjoying. Sometimes we are happy. Sometimes we are a little bit. Samsaric pleasures there. Sometimes so everything's mixed. So therefore, our life is something like a mixture of the light and shadow.
Yeah.
So it happens. That is part of life. That is part of life. The main question is here. At the first moment, we say how to find happiness, and we want to overcome suffering. We don't want suffering. So how to overcome suffering? How to find happiness? That is our main goal. And this problem, since we were born, like a experience of pain's problem is since we were born always there. So now it is only we have to know is how to, when we face some problem in our life, when we challenge some problems, how to deal with that problem, how to control with that problem. That is the very important. For that, we need to study, read, and reflection. Study about your mind and experience it. If you know how to control your mind, if you know how to deal with your situation, then wherever you go, you're happy. If you don't know how to deal with that problem, how to control, then only thinking of that problems, only thinking of that problems. Reality, there's only 10% is the problem. But because of the overthinking, exaggerate, thinking more and more negative side, and it creates 90% is the problem. So total 10% real problem, 90% creation problem altogether, then you have 100% problem.
Yeah, but it can be a problem for me, but it cannot be a problem for you.
Yes,
so
yes.
It's a subjective thing.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, if we since we are in the samsara, there's always some problem there, and the main thing is if you know how to deal with that problem, then wherever you go, you're okay. You're happy. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that. Yeah.
Thank you.
I need to move on or something. If you have anything.
Yeah, I have one more question about this. Like this problem is my problem, for example,
Mm.
right? Because it doesn't exist
Mm.
in real life. It's mind-made, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I think most of the problem in this world, including ourselves, is a human man-made problem. Human-made member. There's some other problem like natural disaster, like earthquake, tsunami. That is a little bit different, but most of the problem is a human-made, man-made problem. So that kind of the problem should solved by human beings.
Yeah.
And also, I have my own problem. This is also created by my own. And you have your own problem. We all have different kind of the problem. Yeah. We have different kind of the emotion in our life, different kind of the individual, individual problem. So like that. So I need to move on because we have time. Even in this world, as I mentioned before, a lot of problems. Most of them, I think, human man-made problem. Natural disaster, of course, depends on the human being also.
Yeah, I think so.
Because, see, now these days, here is the AC. But at Kopan, every room, they have no AC. Why? Because only 10, 15 years back, this winter time, very cold, no need AC. There is a country AC. But now these days, becoming more warm because of the global warming. And we cut the trees, so much plastic burning. You see most of the Himalayan mountain, there's no snow on the mountain, that they melt down. So global. So this also depends on the human being because human being, the desire, desire makes so many things. To desire to get something. I want every year, every month, every year, I need new things. For that and desire leads more desire and create, and because of that now becomes a global warming. So it is also our duty to protect the forest, our duty to keep a clean city, protect this beautiful planet. Otherwise, now these days the situation, I don't know, the future life is not insecure. Insecure, because of the human desire, anger, and hatred. So that's why we are here, to decrease this kind of the negative emotion, decrease the desire, decrease. Sometimes my mistake, my English, decrease those things. Then there's real harmonies, real happy there. One of the most challenges is also desire, yeah? Of course, anger and attachment is there, but also desire. Desire leads to desire, not satisfaction. It is like a salty water. Salty water. If you are being thirsty, to overcome that thirsty, if you drink the salty water, it brings more thirsty. You need to drink plain water, not salty water. So attachment and desire is like that. It brings more desire and desire, so not satisfactions. And also you have to know that Buddhism, when we talk about Buddhism, there are so many religions in this world. Yeah, so many religions. And Buddhism is one of them. And some people say Buddhism is not a religion. And Buddhism, mostly people say philosophy. But I don't know real meaning of the religion in English. I think the religion is mainly about, without any wisdom, without study, mostly faith. Of course, in Buddhism, there's a faith, especially when you practice a tantric vajrayana. We need a real faith to Buddha. But only that kind of the faith is not enough. With the faith, we need a wisdom. So wisdom and faith should together. That's why study, reflect, and meditate. Yes, Buddhism is mainly philosophy. And Buddhism is, sometimes I used to say, science of mind. There's two kinds of the science. Yeah, so this one is science of mind. Now, at the moment, our mind is not so much hygienic. No hygienic. So we need to, hygienic? So we need to, through practice, we need to make our mind more hygiene. So like that. So that's why Buddha himself said, why I need to say the science of the mind? Because Buddha himself said in Tibetan, Gelong dagam kenamgi sekje darwe seshindo lekpra takla ngai ka lawar chai kushirmen. The meaning is like that. Oh, my students and followers, Gelong sekje darwe is like a gold. If you want to buy a gold, real gold, then first, before you buy the gold, you need to check it. You need to investigate whether this is real gold or not. By cutting, rubbing, and fire. Through that way, you will know whether this is real gold or not. In the same way, whatever Buddha taught, whatever Buddha did, don't accept merely out of faith. Rather than through the analysis, through the investigate of his teaching, his message. Then after that, if you get a helpful teaching, helpful message, if you get a taste of the teaching, then you can keep it in your mind. Then you can take home. Otherwise, no need to accept whatever he mentioned. So you need to investigate about Buddha's teaching. Then if you get some helpful test, then you can take. So in the same way, even right now here, whatever I talked, you don't need to accept. You can listen, then you can think about that, whatever he said, whatever I said, think, analysis, study, ask question. If this is right, if this is testful, if there's some juicy of the teaching, then you can accept. Otherwise, no need to accept. So that way, this is one, That's why science of the mind. That's why Buddhism is like a science of mind. Even okay, like that. So time need to stop. 10 minutes.
15, yes.
Oh, no, because I feel it's a little bit boring.
15 minutes.
Yeah. So anyway, like that. Now I will go a little bit. So now here. So today's my teaching is a little bit related with the Four Noble Truths. So after he achieved enlightenment, he went to Varanasi and requested by 5 disciples, and his first teaching was about Four Noble Truths. So now here, what is the Four Noble Truths? The Four Noble Truths are the truth of suffering, the truth of suffering. That means all beings, living beings in samsara, different types of painful or unsatisfactory, dissatisfaction or suffering experiences like that. So the first noble truth is Buddha tried to explain about suffering. The word, when I say suffering, is a very strong word. Some people ask me, don't use the word suffering. Instead of the suffering, please can you use the word dissatisfaction? And something like that. But reality, that is reality. We face suffering. So we need to accept. We cannot hide the suffering from here. So he tried to explain about suffering that we experience in our daily life. We know that. Two kinds of the suffering, mainly, mentally and physically. And second one is the truth causes of suffering. If that is suffering, then where it comes from? What is the behind that suffering? What is the main causes of that suffering? What is the main source of that kind of the suffering? Now he explained second noble truth. That is the truth of causes of suffering. I think behind the causes of that suffering is two main things, and karma and delusions. Do you get it? Karma and delusions. When I talk about karma, there's a different type of karma, but here two, negative karma and positive. Here talking about negative karma. And here delusions. Delusions in English meaning is something like doing sleeping like this. If you use some drugs and thinking of nothing, the meaning is like that, delusion, something like that. But here in Buddhism, delusions means mostly we have to understand mainly ignorance, attachment, and hatred. Those are the we have to understand, ignorance, delusions. In Tibetan, we say delusions, nyumong, delusions. Not knowing the reality of the things. Not knowing because of the delusions, because of the ignorance. We didn't understand the reality of the all phenomena, reality of the truth. That one. And the third one is about the truth of cessation. What means that? The truth of cessation is, it is possible to become completely free of all sufferings and its causes. And finally, we can attain the state of liberation or nirvana or enlightenment. Third one. And the fourth one is to achieve that nirvana, to achieve the third truth of cessation. Then for achieve that, we need to practice the fourth one. The fourth one is the truth of the path. Here, the path, that means, liberation, the liberation is, attained by by developing our wisdom and compassion, then realize the true nature of the things. For example, the emptiness of inherent existence. So anyway, the fourth noble truth is explaining about wisdom and compassion. Because to reach the enlightenment, we need to practice wisdom and compassion. Here, wisdom means wisdom of emptiness, and compassion and Bodhicitta mind. Those are the main practice of the Buddhism. To achieve enlightenment, we need to practice the fourth path. And when I talk about wisdom and compassion, it's very important. It is like two wings, two powerful wings. If you have if the bird, the eagle has powerful wings, then they can fly in the sky very easily and enjoyably, and very without any worries. They can enjoy in the sky. In the same way, the wisdom and compassion is like two strong wings to fly into the nirvana and the enlightenment. For that, we need to study about wisdom and compassion. So later we can come. Maybe I think better to stop here. Also, I become a little bit go to the rest. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. And also I feel that it's a little bit. So later maybe we can talk more. See you after 1-2 minutes. Restroom.